Hey, Chris, do you want to come over to my house and play some Dead Rising 3?
Yes! Let me go home and get my Xbox, a television, my controller, my game, and my subscription to Xbox Live Gold.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have an Xbox either.
No.
So we'll just have to take turns.
Awesome.
Today's topic is brought to you by Michael Orr, giveaway winner from yesterday's X32 wireless headset. Michael Orr suggested that we do a video on couch co-op gameplay basically being dead. There's no more split-screen gaming, especially in the next-gen consoles.
Yes.
Now remember, this show, Craig and Chris Show, is brought to you by Amazon affiliates, so if you need your gaming accessories or anything from Amazon, click on the link below and a portion of those purchases will go to us to help support the show.
Directly to the show, yeah.
And we will be big fans of you, so like, share, and subscribe to help us out too.
It's a circular thing.
If you're poor, just subscribe and share.
You're fans of us, we're fans of you.
If you're poor like us, that's how I support shows. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll just share it.
That's good.
I got no monies.
That's fine.
So, anyways, I went to the store. My wife came. This is, if you have a wife who plays video games or a girlfriend or whatever, it's awesome. Okay, and I'm not bragging here, but this is what sucks about next gen system. She comes up to me and she goes, "So you got that Xbox One in which you spent however many dollars of the family income on? Are there any games for it that we can play together?"
Yeah. No.
No, there's not. I mean, there is. You got Forza, which is split screen, and you've got that Marvel superhero, which is split screen. And so, what was more fascinating was this part where he said, Michael Orr said, "It's almost pointless to even buy a second controller. I think it's a very suitable topic, especially since it's a two-person show. Talk about the causes and effects for the push for online play rather than split screening."
Oh boy. Well, I think for this topic we need to kind of go back, way back in the day. Do you remember a little game called Mario? It had Luigi.
Yeah, no kidding.
Granted, it was a take turn setup, but still, there it was. You know,
Yeah.
and the two controllers, and at least you took turns.
At least, yeah.
I have always had brothers and sisters, so couch co-op was important. It's like it was a big thing because I always played with my brothers or my sister. So
I'm listening.
I mean, it just was a big thing. I mean, I could hours in GoldenEye.
Oh, okay. And this is
instance.
where I'm gonna come. That's what you said, GoldenEye. My turn to interject here on this atrocity to multiplayer gaming. And the reason they don't do it is because there's just not nearly as much of a demand for it anymore. So the dollars aren't there for the investment, and
I don't know if it's that the demand's not there so much as the dollars are there, because now, like I said, if we wanted to play GoldenEye nowadays, you know, like whatever it may be, now we do have multiple Xboxes.
You would have to buy a separate console, separate everything, separate television even,
Mm-hmm.
in order to do it, and they want you to have to buy their hardware.
When like Gears came out, ironically that one does have split screen.
Yeah.
But the new one had 4, and then the split screen only went to 2, and so a bunch, you know, my brother and my sister both wanted it, so we ended up getting 3 copies of the game.
Yeah, you have to.
So it's like, because at that point we already got another TV. And
well, when I say it's an atrocity, okay, you know, you're right. You have to have all this other stuff. But I think there's only one company, and it's the only thing I can still compliment them on, who still embraces multiplayer the way it was originally intended. Do you know what that company is?
I have ideas.
Nintendo.
They do.
Nintendo is the only company that hasn't abandoned the split screen console model where you can play up to 4 people. And I mean, that's really kind of a big part of their development plan.
Yeah.
But the reason it's an atrocity is that I cannot describe to you the amount of fun it is having 4 buddies in the same room all playing 4-player split screen on a game.
Oh yeah.
And this generation of gamer isn't going to experience that.
Which is too bad, because a lot of a lot of console like recommendations come out of that.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, when I bought a PlayStation 2, it's because I went over to a friend of mine. He had it. We went over to his house, and we played Tekken Tag Tournament.
Tekken.
And it was, you see that, and you're like, I need this.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I
it's
need
like.
this today.
It's like that word of mouth advertising, right? Where you can just you get to come over to somebody's house. But now it's like you come
How
over
did
to
we play Gears first? Gears War 1. I brought it over to your house.
Yeah, we did co-op split screen.
Yep.
Yep, he brought the Xbox and everything over. That's actually what made me buy an Xbox.
That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly
Gone.
how I actually it didn't. And what sucks about this too is like if you think about it, you have all of these games that are coming out, and the whole point of having games is to play with your friends, right?
Yes.
Now when my friends are coming over, I can't even offer it as a suggestion anymore.
Yeah.
Like if we're calling like, hey Chris, you want to hang out this weekend and play? You want to play GTA 5? If we're gonna play GTA 5, you can't come over.
No.
You know, it's like that's what the climate,
Yeah.
that's what it's creating. That's the atmosphere
Yeah.
it's creating. So if I want to play games with my buddies, I have to either get a second television
Or play select titles.
or my buddies have to
Very
stay home.
few.
Yeah, or my buddies have to stay home.
Which happens a lot anymore. I mean, if we are playing GTA, it's like, well, we'll just have a game night. That means we're not hanging out.
Yeah, that means we're not hanging out in person, and that sucks.
Which has its benefits in the case we have a friend in Colorado,
yeah,
very far away.
yeah.
That's a benefit. But that doesn't mean that you have to get rid of the split screen.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Um,
And it's not for everybody. Split screen's never been for everybody.
Well, the ones that I actually don't, the ones I really hate are the ones that don't do the split screen right at all. They have it, but it's like a joke. My mind's going to like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Where they vignette it in these little boxes.
Yeah.
And like you sit there and you see 90% of your TV is black.
Yeah.
And then you have these tiny little boxes. And you're going, well, that's useless.
Well, it's always this big push away from
Yeah.
split screen. I mean, that's always where it's prominently been. And so to answer its question, the causes and effects, I think it's detrimental to like the social.
You want to know what the effect is? I personally have a theory that that's where all this foul-mouthed, bad behavior on the internet comes from. Because back in the day, if he said anything like you hear on the internet today, if we're playing James Bond, you just reach over and you hit him in the arm and say, "Shut up! You lost. Deal with it."
Yeah.
Nowadays, they can sit there and bad rep you and say God knows what
Yeah,
to
it's
you.
true.
Because what are you going to do? You don't know who they are, where to find them.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you just slap.
Yeah. Well, and you could say that though.
Or
could
if you
say
cheat,
but that
they
wasn't.
slap you.
But the same climate existed on computer gaming for a long time before it actually occurred. Your PC gaming has historically been single player.
Yeah.
And so they've always been dealing with the same trolls you're talking about, really. But basically that
At
climate,
first, I remember
that
a day
climate
where it wasn't
has
as bad.
it's gotten worse. But that climate has shifted. But gamers as a whole were used to playing with their buddies, and I think their attitude changed about gaming. They
Mhm.
weren't isolated when they were playing games outside of the internet.
Sure.
And so now, like, since all of their multiplayer gaming experiences are anonymized, you know, like you're saying, it's like they don't really develop an etiquette for
Yeah.
dealing with losing and dealing with stress.
Or this is the weird one, playing as a team.
Teamwork
Whoa.
doesn't even exist.
No.
Gosh.
No.
So I think there's a lot of benefits.
I agree.
So, excellent question, Michael Orr. I don't know if there's anything else to say about it. Really,
It
I
sucks,
want
but there it is.
I want
don't
more,
see it
but
changing.
it's not going to change. No, there's too much money in it. Too much money in keeping it.
Because they can, you're going to buy that second controller anyway for the one or two games that do have it.
Yeah.
Or
pretty
because
much.
they only last a year anyway.
Pretty much. So that's all there is for today's episode. Thank you for the submission. If you guys
Very
have any
good.
questions, also you can submit them to me, Craig at PCMTechHelp.com. And we'll take a look at them. And
Yeah.
we kind of like this part of it. We're going to make it a regular part of our show, just taking in people's questions. And until next time, make sure you like, share, and
Subscribe.
And we're brought to you by Amazon Affiliate. If you need anything at all, click the link below. Just click it right now. It's calling to you. Click me.
And of course, if you need entertaining conversations between two pals and you, just come right back here.
Because this is the real offline co-op show.
I like that.
That's online.
I like it. Why confuse things?
That's what I do.